So after living in LA for a year for the second time, I just decided that it wasn't for me. And now I'm lucky enough to be able to go wherever I want. So I don't think I could have forgiven myself if I didn't take advantage of that opportunity. So in my last video, I talked about how we as humans almost default to the assumption that things having an ending is bad or wrong. And the same thing can be said for the theme of this video. I'll speak for myself here, but so often when things are different, strange, or weird, there's a negative flavor to how I perceive them. And this isn't always the case, but you gotta watch out because I really do believe that the best things in life are beyond your comfort zone. And this automatic aversion to change and strange may keep you from your best memories. So, speaking of best memories, okay, so I just spent 6 weeks in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'd honestly forgotten how much new things could light me up, and also how overwhelming they could be. But I realized that the longer things have been the same, the more intensely a difference strikes you. So as of late, I've been a lightning rod, and everything's different, or at least a lot of things. The new things I've experienced over the past 6 weeks have been magnificent and heartbreaking. And while I've been working hard on just accepting things the way they are and not judging them, I can't help but try to understand the way things are different. And I have so many thoughts, and I know that there are treasures to be found in turning over these stones. But as I've learned, some stones are too heavy to be moved, and at the end of the day, you can't turn over every stone. And some are resting where they're meant to be.
Okay. I could brush my teeth, I could wash my sheets, but no matter what I do, I just can't wash away out of me. It's been better that I know that I was not dark, but it's all just those. Son, I got nice peace, so I let it go. Smile, breathe, let it go. I don't wanna take my life to a patient.
If you know me, you know I'm basically a walking anxiety factory. And let me tell you, a week prior to this trip and for a couple days after we landed, I was at maximum production. And as far as management was concerned, we were behind schedule. But when the smoke cleared, what was waiting for me on the other side of that was literally so nice, it was hard to believe. So the condo we stayed at blew my mind. The actual rent was about the same as my place in LA, but practically no utility costs, and the building had serious amenities. I'm talking 3 pools, a sauna, 2 gyms, rock climbing wall, multiple co-working spaces with city views, an amazing and kind staff that kept the entire place spotless, and a cart that just took you straight from the front door to the BTS station or to the Central Ladbrokes Mall, which was just insane. I also have to mention that the place was just nice and luxury. Like, you know, it was relatively new and empty, so on most nights and weekdays, I could go in the sauna and then just go float on my back in the rooftop pool and not see a single other person the entire time. And I felt like a billionaire. And, you know, there might as well be giant chunks of skin missing from my shoulder because of how hard I had to pinch myself every day.
I'm just showing you how I go to work out every day. 44. Pool. Sawadee this other pool here. And then this is the outdoor gym. Flowers. Pretty sauce. I put some myself this morning.
Okay, voiceover Dan here, still in the habit of filming vertically, unfortunately, but this is the rooftop, and this is the vibe most nights. No one around, amazing views. This is the first room I was in. We switched rooms halfway through, but that's my little setup to work and make music and vibe.
Theater time with Chunks. Wow.
Okay, so I'm throwing this in last minute, but I forgot to mention there was also a theater at the condo, which was sick. We were in there watching Rings of Power.
What are we watching?
Rings of Butts.
This is the lobby in the morning. And then show you the elevator. So when I took this, I was just coming back from the Sabai Run Club downtown, which Spence and I started going to, which is super fun. So here's some footage of that in a second.
Get a scan of the face. High tech.
Okay, good morning, everybody. So many people today up there on the wall.
Yeah, so this was cool. I think right when we got there, it was really blowing up online, and so there was literally 200 to 400 people there every time. But super cool. Got to make a couple friends, meet a couple people, and just kind of get out there. So I'm so introverted. It was nice to just be around people. So my little brother Spence happened to be a work acquaintance of the guitar player of this band, LANY, and by sheer coincidence, they were playing in Bangkok while we were there. And so Spence just messaged him on Instagram, and he got us tickets, and we went, and it was awesome, and it was a vibe, and it was inspiring and super fun. Thanks, Kim. Bye.
place where I want to go. The place I've been waiting for my whole life. You ready?
It's 8 mg. If you can handle it,
I can't do it.
if you like the color, smell it. Really nice.
Oh wow. All the ingredients is Swedish.
Yeah,
Huh?
like we are imported
Swedish?
from Sweden. That's why.
Nice.
Oh, darling, even waves can wash away our names in the sand. Never could, never can. You are my everything. I give up everything. Show me the darkest parts of your heart. Ain't gonna run. Every dance is slow. Every kiss is oh. They say no way, no way, no. No, you're the one. Some people bring you a million lessons. Some people teach you a million lessons. All that I learned, it wasn't my turn, wasn't the right turn.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, so what was also wonderful in patiently waiting on the other side of my fear and discomfort were the joys of a new language and culture. My uncle told me that when you learn a new language, you're also learning the culture, and I think he's right. For the first week I was there, I was like too scared and nervous to try saying anything in Thai, but by the end of the trip I was just going for it. And yeah, luckily I met a Thai girl named Gig in the first week, and she took me to a temple and out for authentic Thai food, and we ended up getting pretty close and spending a lot of time together, and she taught me a bunch of the language and culture. And if you haven't noticed by now, I'm an intensely curious person, and it turns out that for someone like me, having a Thai friend to show you the ropes and basically be your tour guide into the language and culture was invaluable. It also helped that she was literally one of the sweetest and most kind people I've ever met. And you know those stones I was talking about turning over earlier? Well, she caught on to the fact that I like doing that pretty quick and would often help me where there was room for her to stand. And so yeah. But speaking of speaking, and funny enough, I expected the language barrier to be frustrating and difficult to navigate, but what I found was that I absolutely loved learning to communicate in this environment, and it was like a game, and it just shone a light on the concept of language and communication in general that was so interesting and engaging for me, and it was one of my favorite things. Even with the little bit of Thai that I learned, I was already trying to crack jokes and use it whenever I could, and just finding myself surprised how much I enjoyed the feeling of, peeking my head into this whole other world of sound making. And one of the first words I learned was pet, which means spicy. And so when I went outside and it was really hot, I had to make do with what I got. And so pet MOCA. And yeah, it's very spicy. And yeah, the type of thing is literally so just endlessly amusing to me. So that was amazing.
One thing I will say about Thailand, it's hotter than Bangkok in September. It's hotter than the devil's bathtub. It's hotter than the rice and chicken that I had for breakfast that I'm about to pay for. Say two.
One, two, three. Cheese. Enjoy your
Thank you. Thank you, sir. That's how you do that.
Okay, so here's another preconceived notion of mine that was shattered. Spence had to get a mole checked, right? So he went to MedPark Hospital, this hospital. Look how nice this place is, dude. It was so high tech and nice and futuristic and just a vibe. And he got a situation checked. It was all fine, but you know, no insurance. It was like $70. I was just like, come on, this is crazy.
Steady as she goes, I'll still only be a ghost in time. So what's the point of lifting up my voice if it won't be enough to ask a question, get the answer? What's the planet? Who am I? Oh, who am I?
So I just got done working out. I think it's like 7 a.m. But I came up here just to kind of cool off and chill out. And it's so crazy how this is the pool area on the roof. And like, look at that. Every day and 90% of the days, no one's here. I get it to myself like every day. It's a couple people in the gym usually. But sometimes no one. And at night I go in the sauna. I've never been in the sauna with someone one time. And then I come up here and I float. I put my legs on the edge. I float on my back and just like look at the sky and breathe and chill and like float. And most of the time it's just me up here. And the lights are all on and it's like this crazy vibe. And I'm just like, it's so crazy because I'm paying the same amount to live here as I lived in LA in like a little house that was not nice, no amenities or anything. And now I'm here and there's like 3 pools and a gym and a sauna and all these amazing co-working spaces to chill and write that I also usually have to myself. And I keep thinking like, how did I get this lucky to, it is lucky, but it's like, the option was always there. I just didn't recognize it or, take advantage of it or like look for it or know it was there. And then I started searching and thinking about my options and what I could do and kind of like trying to open my mind a little bit about to where I could go, what I could do, etc. And I found this and it's just been paradise and I'm just in heaven here. And I'm genuinely considering moving here, and I have a couple more trips to go on and I want to see some other places and try some other lifestyles, but this is just freaking top tier and it's just amazing. And it's crazy that I'm paying less money now to live, significantly less money to live now than I was in California, and my quality of life is just through the roof. But it just makes me question what other things in my life are like that, where there's this thing that I could be doing that I'm not, that if I just did, my life would be so much better. And just kind of opened my eyes to that. And I'm just really trying to enjoy this. Like, dude, the vibe is just so good, dude. It's just vibing so hard. I love it. Anyways, you should think about that in your life too. You never know. Open your mind. Good luck.
Gave me the feelings that I thought I wanted. I hit it when I shot my shot, but then I let go and lost it. I missed my chance to feel and now I miss you. Well, I hope you know I wish you the best. Yeah, wish I knew that I'd never get you out of my head. Oh, didn't think we would fall down and never get up. You called it my fault and called me Mr. I'm done and I should call you misused. Well, I hope you know I miss you to death.
Wow, you made it to the end of the video. I'm hoping, if anything, you got inspired by that. That would be my hope. But wow, it was an amazing trip. And I'm actually right now finishing the edit for that, and I'm at the end of my Bali trip, which will be my next video. But there's just a couple things I wanna leave you with. One is, I basically left out of the entire Thailand video this interesting thing about the culture where it's like very Buddhist, and the Buddhism like permeates the culture in a way that ties things together in an interesting way, and in a way I really liked, and that made it nice to be there. And this is going to be something that I'm probably going to dive into more with my writing, and along with this video I'm going to be publishing a blog post that goes more in depth on all of this stuff. So you can check that out if you're interested and you want to read or learn more about that. There's a few blog posts that were kind of based on my Thailand trip, so there will be a link for that in the description. It's free to subscribe. You just put in your email and you get my posts in your inbox. I want to let you know about my merch. I've got new items coming out. I'm constantly making new items and coming up with new ideas and trying things, so there'll be a link for that in the description. I've got these hoodies I really like. I just did phone cases, and I usually do merch drops when I drop songs, so there'll be a piece of merch that corresponds with the song. So that's another thing to check out. Yeah, like right now, like I was saying, I'm in Bali, and it's just been amazing here. And so the video for this is going to be definitely interesting. I'm learning as I'm going. I know the flow of this was like really chaotic and weird, but I'm just kind of feeling it out and trying to figure out my style and my flow and how I want to communicate through these vlogs. Yeah, but right before I left Thailand, I went to the MOCA museum, and oh my God, I loved it. I went by myself, I had my AirPods, and I just was listening to classical music and just vibing, and it was just amazing. So I'm gonna just leave you with that at the end of the video. I took some video there, so you can kind of leave off this video with the same vibe that I left Thailand with. But yeah, just again, thanks for watching. So glad you're here. I've got so much planned. I'm gonna be traveling most of 2025. I've got right now Costa Rica, and I'm thinking about doing Colombia after that, or maybe Peru, not sure. But yeah, I'm just gonna travel a bunch. So if you like this, subscribe. I'm not on social media, so don't worry about following me on there. We'll see you in the next one. Wave goodbye. Goodbye.